How many years have you been here since 2002?
That's one.
Or 2001, so about 11 years. He's going to talk about his latest mission trip to Nicaragua.
So this is just another, some other facts about water-related diseases. We talked about that half of the population in the developing world can suffer from one or more of the main diseases. We're talking about cholera, some of the like Salmonella, Shigella, E. coli. Much of the hospital beds are taken up by patients with waterborne illnesses. Intestinal worms, not really a big factor or player in our country, but huge overseas, and not only because it causes them to feel bad, but because the children and adults don't grow well, it stunts their growth, they become anemic, and there's multiple problems that can be associated with it. This was pretty amazing to me. The average North American uses up to 400 liters a day of water. That's a lot. That's 100 gallons, roughly. If you take that, Europeans 200. The average person in the developing world 10 liters of water a day. For me, I grew up in the city. I never really had to deal with a well. I didn't know what the well was, except that it was a hole in the ground, which is basically what it is. What most people will see in developing countries is their shallow wells. They're 50 feet deep. The community that we're in had a hand dug well. It's about 30 feet deep, but the problem is it's too shallow. So runoff is a problem. So you get a big rain and you don't have contained sewer systems, and you have animals that are all around, and so all that runoff goes into that shallow water well, and then the water is contaminated. The people have to drink something, and so they go to the well and they get their water and they drink the contaminated water. So what will happen is that you dig a hole that's deep enough, usually between 100 and 200 feet. There's an aquifer usually that's at that level that is a safe water source that's not contaminated and that can be easily accessed by a hand pump. So what we did is we did a well. Ours ended up being 110 feet deep that we dug to a level where the water was safe, and they put a hand pump on there. It's much easier to fix that. It's also not required. You don't require electricity or diesel fuel. It's just manpower to get the water up, and it's pretty easy to pump. You'll see I have a couple of pictures at the end. But basically, it's the woman's job to collect the water every day. The women and the girls in the village, and so it has to be easy enough for them to do. And it's the pump the handle is long. It's got a good long fulcrum, so it's easier.